At the beginning of this year, 33 ransomware attacks have been publicly disclosed. Imagine the count of events which don't even make the news. On average, ransomware attacks can cost an organization up to $100 million. In this demonstration, we will show you how Carbon Black Cloud detects and protects against emerging threats. The context between EDR, identity intelligence, and network visibility to detect ransomware-like behaviors early in the attack stages can contain the widespread damage among endpoints, workloads, servers. The seamless integration with VMware Cloud Disaster Recovery, VCDR, and Carbon Black can help you respond and recover from ransomware. Viewing all assets, such as workloads in public and private clouds, containers, and endpoints at a central place is important. The integration between Carbon Black and a private cloud hypervisor, such as ESXi or vCenter, bridges the gap between the VMware administrator and security team. From here, you can filter and install the sensor directly from the Cloud Console or automated using Carbon Black's fully documented open APIs. Using APIs, we can search all eligible workloads where the sensor is not yet installed. This provides security teams confidence that no workload is left protected. Workloads are installed at scale in private or public clouds. During troubleshooting or incident response, the information such as workload provenance is crucial. With Carbon Black Cloud, you can find the exact hypervisor details from the same console. Non-operating sensors are always an area of concern for security teams. Using filters, you can narrow down the workloads that require your attention. No matter where your workloads or servers reside, Carbon Black gives you consistent protection across all boundaries, integrating with major public cloud providers including AWS, Azure, and GCP, providing you consistent information about your attack surface. Detailed information about your workloads in public cloud is available in Carbon Black's console, along with all of your workloads' provenance. This bridges the gap between security and IT operations, equipping both groups to respond to events using common vocabulary including instance ID or image ID. Simply having asset information is not enough to secure your environment. Carbon Black's vulnerability engine shows you comprehensive operating system and application level vulnerabilities right here in the console. Effective policy enforcement can stop ransomware before it spreads throughout your environment. Workloads are purpose-built and require tailored protection. Using sensor groups, you can assign tailored policies automatically based on your specific criteria. Out of the box, Carbon Black's standard policy protects your assets from ransomware-like behaviors. For the purpose of this demonstration, we are operating under a monitor-only policy. Under typical conditions, this attack would have been halted by Carbon Black Cloud. This workload is infected by ransomware. Carbon Black helps organizations identify, detect, and protect. VMware Cloud Disaster Recovery, VCDR, integrates with Carbon Black to help organizations recover from ransomware incidents.
What are your options if ransomware strikes and your prevention defenses do not avoid a system from compromise? With VMware Cloud DR and Ransomware Recovery, you have a last line of defense for recovering the application VM from offsite backups. Let's take a closer look. Here in the VMware Cloud DR user interface dashboard, we see that the production site of interest has been configured as a protected site. Protection group policies have been defined, and regular recovery points, or backups, are being taken. This helps meet business SLAs, and the recovery points are retained for extended lengths to help deal with ransomware recovery scenarios. We have also created, checked, and tested the basic recovery plan for DR and ransomware recovery. We are now better prepared to recover application VMs that may unfortunately get compromised by ransomware. Let's begin the guided workflow for the recovery process. From our protected inventory, let's recover the VM MHCG PC08, this application VM that has been compromised by ransomware. After consulting with our security team and reviewing the available recovery point timeline, we select the desired backup and begin the recovery workflow. The virtual machine is started in the isolated recovery environment, or IRE, that is running in VMware Cloud on AWS SDDC. It is then instrumented with Carbon Black sensors and connected to the Carbon Black Cloud specific site to continue with the ransomware recovery task. Once running in the IRE, we will monitor the security analysis activities for vulnerabilities, file-based malware, and behavioral analysis. Here we can make any remediation changes necessary for a clean recovery point. If needed, we can easily navigate directly into the Carbon Black Cloud integrated NGAV service from the application VM under validation. Once satisfied that we have a good recovery state, we will stage the VM and its changes as the next step. Once staged, the VM can then be recovered back into the original production site, replacing the compromised version that exists with the recovery copy. This example covers the workflow of an application VM recovery from an unexpected and unrecoverable ransomware attack back to a good working version back in the production site using VMware Cloud Disaster Recovery and VMware Ransomware Recovery. From this brief video demonstration of the combination of Carbon Black and VMware Ransomware Recovery, we have shown that the use of these products together for preventing and recovering from ransomware attacks is a great example of the synergy of VMware solutions.